I'm Kiera Morgan. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Coffee with Kiera, sponsored by The Human Being in Newport and Lincoln City. And today I'm at the Lincoln County Courthouse talking with County Commissioner Walter Chuck.
Good morning, Kiera. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks so much for joining me today. So many things going on, and we want to keep people in the know and keep them caught up on what's going on.
Sure.
So first, tell us a little bit about some of the things that you're working on.
It's a short session for this year. Myself and a bunch of other commissioners spent some time in the Capitol last week. I've been in constant contact with AOC and some of our state representatives. There's quite a few legislative things that affect the county that I'm keeping an eye on. There's a recycling bill.
I know it's hard to think of them when you're on the spot.
No, recreational liability, that one is a very big one. City of Newport had that recreational liability thing. And so this modifies it a little bit, strengthens some of the protections for recreational businesses, such as our charters, the dunes people down there in Lane County, and just everybody else, whale watching. We were behind what the other Western states did. It just basically brings us up to what their standard is. Some of the Depot Bay charters and our local charters are very, very much keeping an eye on it. There have been some changes to it, but not in such a manner in which it's going to not make them want to have that. The biggest one, I think, is actually the transit lodging tax. That is a big pot of money. Right now, 70% of that money goes to the state, and that is mainly for advertising and other things. 30% goes to the entities which collect it. Everybody's is separate, and so what Lincoln City collects does not go to the county. Some of it does. Okay. And so each taxing entity gets their own little pot. And
so Lincoln County gets the areas unincorporated. That's the
parts. And other parts, and that's what we're asking in the new legislation is for it to be 60-30 to the entities and 40 to the state.
Okay,
and that means it would be more increases for us in say Depot Bay, Lincoln City, Yachats, Walport. We live on a beautiful part of the state, and I think our coastline is our best advertisement. That doesn't go for other parts of the state, but I think that the money that we bring here needs to be able to be used here.
Because we have to provide law enforcement, and these are things that people don't necessarily think about, right? Law enforcement, the roads, infrastructure, as you mentioned, water, sewer, things like that, right?
And that currently is they're not able to do that for infrastructure. The new wording would allow things like water treatment plants, wastewater treatment plants. Want our guests be able to have clean drinking water and the toilets to work. And we've had lots of discussions with other parts of the state. I was talking with the representative for there in Harney County, and he supports it. I think they have one property there that they actually get the tax from. So if they wish to have more, they can put that money into advertising. It just gives more local control over it. I'll just let you, just for instance, Depot Bay has a wastewater treatment and a drinking water treatment plant that they would really like to get funded. But they don't have the money to do that without some of that transit lodging tax. And if they're going to get grants or whatever, they can't pay for it themselves.
Now, what about Siletz? I understand that Siletz is also in need of some wastewater treatment and water treatment facilities, and they're working really hard to get that going. But they're not a destination spot. I don't even know if they have a hotel or anything there. So
and that's something that they went through what's called the one-stop shop, and I'm always looking for different ways for them to get funding for that. Everybody's infrastructure is old and aging, except for most. And what is not normally talked about are those things. before I became a commissioner, I did water treatment. And one of the water plants was a product of Corvallis. It was called the Water Boy, but it was made in 1972.
Wow.
And they're currently under the process of putting in a new water plant. Things get beaten up. They get aged out here. Salt water is not nice to it. And we get an influx of tourists every year. And when I've talked with other legislators about what the impact of the coast is on visitors, and it doesn't compute with them when we say we get 40,000 visitors on a weekend. And, for Multnomah County, 40,000 people, that's what,
That's
5 or 6 blocks. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's normal. But they don't, what doesn't get put, what is hard for them to realize is it's doubling or tripling or quadrupling the populations here. And I said, that's just in Newport. I said, we can have that many in Depot Bay, Lincoln City, Yachats, Walport. And I said, so the entire population of the county can double or triple on a weekend. And Senator Weber was testifying on the bill, and she said, just put it for instance, what if the population of Portland went to 2 to 3 million on a weekend, and what would that cause for infrastructure, and what would they be asking for help?
Good.
And that was very well put by her. So I really want to make sure that money comes back to us, and I think the votes are there. There's a few of the senators that are not going to support it for various reasons, but they're not going to fight it. And I think that the House has the votes, so we're looking forward to it. We just handed out some grants through EDALC at our last meeting, and that was TLT money. And so
now explain EDALC.
Economic Development Alliance of Lincoln County.
Thank you.
And so Paul and his crew and staff and part of their board reviewed over 29 applications, and they came up with 11 grant opportunities. The amount that was given to the program by the county was $185,000. So they did 2 impact grants for $50,000, and the other ones were between $5,000 and $15,000. But that is transit lodging tax money, and that is what we can do with our part of those funds, is to do it for economic development. So we gave that out to those programs, local programs, and that's what we choose to do with it.
And that's great. And the extra 50,000 a piece, or 100,000, because it was 2 organizations.
Yes.
Housing, it's really crucial right now.
Yes.
Very important. Yeah. So thank you for, and to the committee and everybody involved.
No, it wasn't us.
For supporting that.
We just gave them the amount, and then it's all theirs. And we appreciate what they do for the county. And I was really glad to see what they decided to spend the money on this time.
And in that, we have the community resource shelter.
Community services.
Yeah.
Resource Center. Yes. Yes.
It's an acronym that I always forget.
Yes.
Housing those overnight, and that seems to be going really well.
It's going real
this year.
Yes, it opened up a little bit late due to just some staffing shortages. They're up to speed now. Chantel and crew did a really great job out there. That was one of Commissioner Claire Hall's one of her babies, and she did a really great job the last 3 years getting it there. Really sad that she's didn't get to see it grow. I go volunteer there a couple times, once or twice a month at least, and it's just a good thing to see what the need is for the county. And it's Chantel. I can't say enough about Chantel and her crew.
Oh, she's been amazing in what she's been able to accomplish in a fair and honest and transparent way, and of course her love of animals.
Yes, I was really impressed at how well they take care of everybody's animals, and especially with the weather the way it has been, for people to come in and have a clean place to stay. They're able to take a shower, do their laundry, and I don't know if there's misconception, but everybody in there, they're very well behaved. So the rules are strictly enforced. It's a very welcoming area, and there is no if there's any dissension, the person is asked to leave. So that's really good. We have a doctor that volunteers there. They're able to get a little bit of medical attention and a hot meal.
And that's really great, especially with the weather that we've been having from, cold and icy and now wet.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad it's wet.
Winter
Honestly.
is unpredictable. Yes,
Yeah.
the wet is much needed.
Yeah. That was from talking to people that lived on the east part of the county and other people that are in the water business. I still keep in touch with them. That was the driest January they've ever heard of. I mean, I don't think we got more than 4 or 5 inches of rain, and that's January is usually a big month. And so I've already reached out to some of the Water Consortium and then Alan Fujishin, who does some other things with our water here, just to get an update and kind of see what they're thinking. We were one of the first counties to declare a drought. And it sounds weird that we're on the coast. We have a drought, but we do.
No, we do.
And we have people's wells that run dry in September. It was really interesting water year last year. The North County didn't seem to have as much issue as the South County, and you wouldn't think that just 20 miles difference. But yeah,
that's really interesting. And the governor has now requested emergency assistance because of the December storms.
There is a lot of damage. Highway 229 for one. The latest update we got from them was that they're working with OSU. They have currently a grant-funded position that was already there, and they have an engineer going out there, and they want to do some more monitoring, especially at the base of the slide. So they're going to go out there in the next couple of weeks or so and take a look at it, but they're not going to really do anything.
Yeah, with the weather that we've got, it's literally a moving target.
Yeah. Well, and I'm on the Area Commission of Transportation, and I did kind of talk before one of the meetings with the fellow who does our area, and he said they just need to wait and see, because nobody knows what happened. Is the roadbed still there? I'm hoping it is, so it's going to be easy.
Hope.
Yeah. And that was one of the things that the last update I got, is they talked about, a temporary bypass or whatever, but they said they're not even going to make a call on that until it dries out and they get a better idea.
There was the other slide that was north of us that was on the
Cascade
Lincoln and Tillamook line on 101.
One on each side. It was, if they could have picked a worse or better place, one was on one side of the county line, one was on the other, and they got that all taken care of. And, ODOT, as much as they get things are said about them, they do a pretty good job of keeping us informed. They can't. Of course, they can't get things done as fast as we want them to, but they do keep us informed. And when you reach out to them, they're usually pretty responsive. So,
and the county's getting ready to go into, correct me if I'm wrong, budget season.
Yes,
it's getting to be number crunching time.
One of the things that was done last year is, we did a hiring freeze on open positions, and next middle of March is when we are going to get the update on what that actually did. We're hoping that it caught us up, but if it doesn't, we'll have to see what's going on with the budget. This is my first year being fully involved, so I'm looking forward to that. It's kind of I wouldn't say it's esoteric, but there are many prongs to that. To the budget. We have our general fund, we have different agencies, HHS, mostly grant funded, and our budget was $200 million last year, and a lot of the money from HHS is pass-through money, which is from the state, that gives us to provide services, or pass-through money from the federal government, Medicaid, and those things. We aren't going to be seeing any effects from HR 1, which was the federal bill.
And then, Walter, we also wanted to talk a little bit about county administration.
Yeah.
So we're without a county commissioner now.
Yep.
And I know that things are kind of at a standstill. Can you comment at all of?
It's an ongoing process.
Okay.
And then, you would ask about, so the county administrator, that is still out there. We did hire a firm to go out there and do the search. Unfortunately, Claire passed away. We were supposed to have a meeting with them to talk to the commissioners to see what we wanted to see in the process. So we're going to.
Have you gotten applications? I mean, it's been a year. Have they gotten any
no,
applications
They haven't gone out. The company that we hired has not gone out to go look for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I know it was posted on their
website.
website.
It was on our site, and we didn't get any candidates, and so we have. That's why we hired Prothro as the company, and then HHS. We are currently trying to hire that person. We had two people, that we were wanting to hire, and they did not take the job.
So there's an interim director, I presume?
It is split. There are two of them. Yeah, so Valerie and Tracy are sharing the burden right now. So
okay.
Yeah.
So Walter, anything else you want to add, or can you give folks some contact information if they have any other questions, how they can get a hold of you?
541-265-4100, or you can boc@co.lincoln.or.us or wchuck@co.lincoln.or.us.
Wonderful.
Right.
Thank you so much for joining me on Coffee with Kiera. We're sponsored by Human Being in Lincoln City at the north end on Highway 101, and in Newport at 6th Street and Highway 101.